Hey guys, welcome to the 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. Today, smoking my Mastercraft leather wrapped pipe with some Boswell's Northwoods. Love this stuff. It's hot, muggy today. I did none of the work I was supposed to do today. I've been working on the tractor. Just doing some maintenance on the tractor today. Topped off the hydraulic fuel fluid for the hydraulics on it. Checked the oil, filled that up. It'll be due for an oil change after this next mow. After I'm done mowing the yard this time, I'll have to do an oil change on it. The nice thing about this mower tractor is it doesn't have an oil filter. This is an Onan engine, great engines, but this particular one doesn't have an oil filter. So you just drain the oil, put new oil in, and you're good to go. It's very simple, easy to do. You have to change your oil a lot. But it doesn't take much oil at all. So you got to really watch your oil. But it says to change it every 40 hours of use. 20 to 40 hours it says, depending on how hot and how dirty the conditions are. So I try and do it every 30. Unless I'm running it when it's really, really hot, then I'll do every 20. But it only takes like a quart and a half of oil. It doesn't take much oil at all. So it's nothing to do an oil change. It's really easy to do. And I got it on the charger, so I'm just going to keep it on the charger from now on and just do trickle charge. I'm actually going to give this charger to Channing for his little Craftsman mower that is over at his Papa's house. Sadie and Channing are trying to buy that house, and things are moving along, looking pretty good for them right now, hopefully. They're in the process of getting a loan to buy that house. So we're hoping that everything will go good with that. Won't be any problems. But you never know nowadays. So Channing takes care of the house over there now. He mows and everything, and every once in a while, when it's raining for long periods of time or something, he won't mow, and the battery will get really low on that little mower. So I have to go take my charger over and charge it overnight for him so that he can mow. And so I'm just going to give him this one, and then he can just keep it hooked up all the time so that it's ready to go when he's ready to go. And then I'll get another one, for a little better one for the tractor, because this is more for a little lawnmower, motorcycle lawnmower type battery charger. It works, but I want to get something just a step up from this one, and it'll trickle charge, and then I could just keep it hooked up so I'm ready to go whenever I need to go. Especially in the winter months when I don't use it every couple of weeks. I also put Denny bought me a John Deere, like a necking knob, you know. It's what we called them in the 60s and 70s and 50s. They were called necking knobs. They're little knobs that you mount to the steering wheel, and you can just steer the steering wheel with that knob. You don't have to, use the steering wheel. You can just use the knob. It works great. Denny bought me one of those, and I mounted it in the wrong place. And the last time I used my mower, it kept hitting me in the stomach, and it just turned my shirt black. And I was wearing a white shirt, white t-shirt. By the time I was done mowing, my shirt was just black from where it was rubbing on it. So I needed to move it into one of the spokes on the steering wheel rather than the outside edge of the steering wheel. So I moved that around, got that in the right spot, so it's nice and it'll be perfect there. So I did that. Just did maintenance on the tractor, and there's a guy on the John Deere 300, 400, I think it's a 300 and 400 John Deere series Facebook page, who makes seat extensions. Because these seats are notorious for being made for little guys. Short and skinny guys. So when you're got a belly and a little bit taller than 5'10", you need that seat to go back just a little bit more. So he makes these extensions that you can put on, and you take the seat and the spring that it's all connected. You take the spring off, and you put these extensions over the plates that are on there, screw those on, then you bolt the seat and the springs to the extensions, and you can move it back 2 extra inches or forward an extra inch if it doesn't move forward enough for you. So I need to order a set of those, put those on. I was a little worried that it might be it might get the seat too close to the gas tank, fill tank. But it's 4 inches away, and it's all the way back, so 2 extra inches, even 3, would give me plenty of room to fill up my my tank on that. And if I needed to move the seat forward to fill the tank, that's no big deal, you know. I don't care. I need room to breathe. My wife told me I was just getting too fat, and I said, well, when you got a tool like this, you got to build a shed over it, baby. You know. She just rolled her eyes. But anyway, so tomorrow I'll be up early. Everything's ready to go. We topped off all the fuel, all the fluids. On here, it's ready to go. The checked all the air in the tires. They're good, ready to go. Everything's good, and I'm good for a full day of mowing if I need to. And finish everything up. If I get that done quickly, it's nice and dry, so I can do some chainsaw work. Some trees. Trim some trees, not cut some trees, just trim some trees. Cut some branches that have those last few branches that are up here at the top that I gotta cut those down, and a couple of them I'm gonna use for actual firewood. I'll save those for firewood, but some of them are just rotten. They're no good for firewood. But a couple of the ones that fell recently are good branches. They'll be branches I can cut up and use for firewood for the fire pit. I need to do more videos from the fire pit. When Piper Dave came, he was like, dang, your fire pit's like twice the size of mine. Yeah, that's how it was. And I knock that sucker over every time I mow. I have to rebuild it every time. I don't know what it is on my mower, my tractor, but every time I mow, something on the mowing deck on that thing catches and knocks that thing out around every time, so I have to go out there and rebuild it every time. So I'm just gonna quit getting close to it and just use the weed whacker around it from now on. It's too much work to rebuild it. It's easier just to go out with the weed whacker. You know, it took me a few years to figure that out, but just making more work for myself by trying to get it real close. I never said I was the smartest man in the world. There's a great little pipe. This little Mastercraft. This one I got. I think this was in that box of pipes that I got. I think this was one of those. I still got a couple boxes up there. I put them all in boxes up there, and I got to send some to I think it's South Alabama Piper. I promised him I'd send him some pipes, and I still got to send him some pipes. I can't remember the name of his channel, if it's Alabama Piper or South Alabama Piper or North Alabama Piper. I forget which one it was. But he's a good dude, and I really want to get him these pipes. I got to get him these pipes. I got to send Piper Dave a package. I owe him a package of stuff, and I haven't got it mailed out yet. I feel terrible about that. Got to find out if he wants it shipped to Wyoming or Maryland. But I get paid on the 1st, so I'll do that on the 1st. So anyway, that's what's been going on here. Just doing maintenance on the tractor. Keeping it up and running. Getting it ready for the oil change after this mow. I gotta check the hours on it, see how many hours it's been. I'm gonna do the oil change no matter what, doesn't matter. Oil still looked good, but wasn't black or anything, so. But I want to keep it good oil in it. Anyway, I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. God bless.